All right, another very wonderful day. We'd like to warmly, with all due respect, welcome all our esteemed viewers all over the world to today's edition of the program, Crime Watch Reloaded. As usual, we are here live at 7 p.m. every Tuesday with our repeat broadcast on Friday at 9 a.m. You can also join us on television this hour, and then we are also on radio as well every Tuesday at 6:30 p.m. For those who don't have that television or radio with them, never mind. You can also join us right now with your phone. All you need to do is just go to the Facebook arm of your phone, and then you just type Edo Broadcasting Service Reloaded. Of course, the program right now we just open. It's live. My name is Festus Alenkhe. Welcome to the program, Crime Watch Reloaded. Of course, today we have so much we're going to relate here today. We have this story coming in from Aduwawa, where some fashion designers took to the streets to protest over what they called frequent attacks of their shop by some suspected hoodlums in Aduwawa area. Also today we'll quickly take you to this update which has to do with the mysterious deaths of two women somewhere around Upper Mission. The women were actually found inside the Boba River. Questions are being asked at the moment. We also joined to ask so many questions. You're going to have that today during the course of this presentation. A moment after that, we'll take you quickly to another update which has to do with the gruesome murder, or rather we like to say assassination of a young businessman in Benin. We're talking of Nathaniel Wanjoku. A moment after that, we have two suspects too that were actually racing to join them up in a community war. But this time they were lucky. Men of the Edo State Police Command who were on a stop and search eventually got two of them arrested and recovered their arms which they were taking to the area for another warfare. Sad one you may like to say. These are all you're going to be having here today. Once again, my name is Festus Alenkhe. We'll take a short break right now. The program Crime Watch Reloaded. We'll be right back after this time out. Don't go anywhere, please. All right, welcome back there. We'd like to go straight now to shoot the first cylinder in today's edition of the program, Crime Watch Reloaded. Right now, we have this story which has to do with a protest march by some of the fashion designers somewhere around Aduwawa in Benin City. According to them, every night you have hoodlums breaking into their shops. And according to the story we had, many of their machines right now have been stolen by these hoodlums. Why are they being stolen and what is the cause of this? According to the people, there are measures of an effort to get to the security agencies to come to their rescue, but remain failed. According to them, it failed. But now they want to cry to the public to see. And so I'm just wondering, okay, which area are we going to come in now? Our contribution right now is to broadcast this story for them free. Let's have that story now on this program.
This development, according to the protesters, have continued unhindered for the past month. Consequent upon this, work materials running into millions of naira have been lost to the menace. Victims of the attack lamented the trend, saying that their responsibilities to their families have been adversely affected. They declared that it is pretty difficult to acquire new machines considering the harsh economic realities of the time, as sewing machine, which used to sell for 20,000 naira, now sells for 50,000 naira. The chairman, Tailors and Fashion Designers Association at Aduwawa, Comrade Terry Osadebame, who spoke in similar vein, noted that the attacks have brought untold hardship to them and their families. They therefore called on the police to come to their rescue to nip in the bud the activities of the hoodlums. The tailors and fashion designers, however, revealed that they had severally reported the attacks to the police at Aduwawa.
It is not very comfortable for us to leave our machines in the store, go home and sleep relaxed. Our minds are not at rest. So the reports we have received last month and this month, the stores they have entered are more than 20.
To break my store, all my belongings in that store, they pack everything. They do not leave anything for me. I have nothing else now. I stay at home without nothing. I come out to beg the government to come and help me. I don't have anything.
The way my own is too much. Then carry about 3 machines and clothes and some of the keys that I'm selling.
Love everything, they pack everything, even my iron, they pack everything.
Some of the quarters affected by the attacks include College Road, Upper Mission Extension, Old Road, Arano Street, among others.
All right, the storyliner is that while we sympathize with those fashion designers, we like to also call on them to put up a local vigilante team to join with the police in keeping watch over their facility, over their shops, you know, because you can't wait for the security agents all the time. There are some you too as an individual can also do. That is why you have what we call collaborative effort. That's why you have people also joining government, you know, in putting one infrastructure or the other together. So we are appealing to you as well, if you are watching this program, while we condemn the attack on your shops, we also call on you as well to get some few persons together and put up what we call vigilante. Let them be patrolling your area. Thereafter, they will report to the police, and then the police patrol team can also come to the area. So when you have this frequent patrol, be sure that some of those criminals who are currently busting your shop right now, we vamoose, and you know what I mean, they will eventually move into the tier. Away from that now, let's go into another very strong story. This story now has to do with 2 women that actually had an accident somewhere around Upper Mission Extension on the hill, very close to Assumption Church here. Now, the storyliner is that immediately the accident happened, and then 4 persons were taken to the hospital for treatment. 2 other women suddenly were found inside the Ikpoba River, dead. And these women were also in that bus. Now, how did they find themselves inside the Ikpoba River? So many questions are being asked, and the family are saying possibly some person must have killed them, dumped them in the river for rituals. Some other persons are saying maybe it's part of the accident, but for me, I wasn't there, so I don't have any opinion as far as that is concerned. But we also went to the police to find out, and that is why we have this story right now. So let's hear from the police.
On the 15th of September 2020, 2 traders who were on their way to the market entered a commercial bus with registration number RORU 922AA. The women, identified as Helen Ogbawan, 67 years, and Joy Ubamalu, 37, had requested the bus driver to stop them along Upper Mission Extension in Benin City when a Toyota Corolla car rammed into them. 4 persons were rushed to the hospital immediately, but the whereabouts of Helen Ogbawan and Joy Wamalu were unknown, a situation which forced their family members to declare them missing by reporting to the police. 3 days later, 2 bodies were seen floating at the banks of Ikpoba River at the Upper Mission end of the state capital. Many people could not understand the rationale behind the evacuation of some accident victims, while others were left at the scene and later found dead at the banks of the river. The people suspect a foul play and called on the police to thoroughly investigate the incident. Their family members expressed the opinion that the 2 women must have been used by suspected ritualists who must have thrown them into the river. The Edo State Police Relations Officer SP Chidi Wambuzo assured that the police will get to the root of the matter. He advised the families of the deceased to be calm as the police have ordered an autopsy to ascertain the cause of death.
They went to the river and recovered the bodies of these 2 women. One Helen Ogbawan, age 67 years old, and one Joy Mbamalu, age 37 years old. Upon the investigation, the case was transferred to Homicide of State Criminal Investigation Department, State CID Benin. The investigation is currently on, and the aftermath of it will be made mention to the public.
As at press time, there was a possible apprehension over the outcome of the result of the autopsy on the two late women.
Now, as if that wasn't enough, something else happened somewhere around the Custom Road here in Benin City. This time, a young man, a very young, promising businessman, was trying to drive into his house, and some armed men overpowered the doctor who went to open the gate and shot him dead on the spot. But we have to take the camera again back to the police headquarters to find out how far the investigation had gone and what is the level of the situation right now. Is there any arrest and how far they have gone generally? But we hardly captured the State Police Relations Officer, Spt.2020, who confirmed to us the current situation right now. But I'm aware that men of the homicide section of the Edo State Police Command have since stepped in towards ensuring that those who were said to have been involved in that dastardly act are arrested and prosecuted immediately. Let's go over now to the police headquarters in Benin.
Spt.2020 said the police got a distress call that some armed men stormed the residence of one Mr. Nathaniel Wanjoku at Custom Road, Aduawa in Benin City and shot him dead. Spt.2020 said the yet-to-be-identified gunmen, numbering 3, attacked the 55-year-old man at the entrance of his house around 8 p.m. It was revealed that the deceased had called his family members that he was already at the gate of his house, where his doctor then opened the gate for him to drive into the compound. The gun-wielding men who had laid ambush suddenly appeared and killed him on the spot. The doctor, who saw the armed men, quickly left the gate open and ran for safety. The hoodlums immediately left the scene after the assassination, leaving behind the man on the spot. Now, the police say effective manhunt has been launched to ensure that anyone involved in the killing is arrested and brought to justice. Spt.2020 said the Edo State Commissioner of Police Johnson Babaude Kokumo directed men of the homicide section to take over the case as extensive investigation is now ongoing.
One promise, Okonodu, Udo, of Street 20 of Custom Road, Aduawa, Benin City, reported at Aduawa Divisional Police Headquarters that on the same 17th of September 2020 at about 20:00 hours, he was inside his apartment when he heard a gunshot noise that came out from his landlord's apartment. On inquiry to know what was happening, he discovered that his landlord was shot to death by unknown criminals who ran away from the scene immediately he was killed. The man that was shot is one Nathaniel Wanjoku. He was age 55 years old. The investigation was actually conducted by the Aduawa Divisional Police Headquarters, and after the preliminary investigation, the case was transferred to Homicide Section of the State Criminal Investigation Department, Stacia de Benin.
Any arrests so far on that?
The investigation is ongoing. No arrest has been made. The disease has been taken to our clinic, hospital in Ubahilda for autopsy.
The body of the slain Nathaniel Wanjoku had been deposited in the mortuary in Benin City for autopsy.
right, welcome back there. The program is still on, of course. Is Crime Watch Reloaded on television. This is how we do it every Tuesday at 7 p.m. with a repeat broadcast on Friday at 9. This program, as you all know, is a special program purely on crime. It's not a musical program. It's not an entertaining program. It's a very hard program. People have been asking. I try to find out which aspect is entertaining. Yes, of course, we get entertainers on this program once in a while. And who are the entertainers? I'm talking of suspects arrested, especially those who are in the music industry. So anytime they arrest them, we always ask them, can you sing for us? And of course, some person must have remembered the Lagbaja and some other suspects that have been arrested by the police who eventually went to sing for us. You know what I'm talking about. So I hope that one day more than musical suspects will be arrested, then we'll bring them on the stage so that they can sing for us while in police custody. Away from that now, we felt that it's proper for us to really give you very serious and important security hints. Because a lot of people have been asking, Mr. Alenkhe, how can we get out of those situations? Yes, it's our responsibility. We owe you that very dearly, very strongly, for us to give you updates. You know, some of the things you need to do. We call it security hints, or you can call them security tips, or you can say do's and don'ts. Imagine somebody calling you from America or from UK or any part of the world, saying that they want to give you money, like $10,000, and then you are receiving the call. The person is calling the code you are expected to use to go to the bank to pick up the money, and you are shouting. And the person say, okay, the code is MCA. Then you are shouting MCA, and then somebody is listening to you. And as you copy out and shout out the code, somebody listening to you eventually pick the code. You know what you will do? The next you say, how much be the money again? $5,000. You are now shouting $5,000. Those two information, you are done. You have given out the code, and then you have given out the amount. You know what the person will do? For the fact that that amount is coming to you, he can only just go. If the name is Festus Alenkhe, for instance, you just go to any nearby place, quickly rush an ID card in the name of Festus Alenkhe, you go to the bank. Just queue, normal, and eventually you submit the ID card whatsoever, and then they ask you your code number, you quote the number, and then they ask you how much, you quote it, they ask you who is bringing the money. These are the information they just need, and then the money is out. So by the time you go to the bank, they will now tell you, somebody was here yesterday, the money will be collected. You know why? Because you were shouting out the amount, because you were shouting out all the very vital information you were supposed to keep to your chest. Do you know that there are some information even your wife shouldn't know? I'm sorry, but it's true. There are some information that your husband must not know because it is very, very confidential. That's why they call them classified information, and that's the truth of the matter. So I've reported here where a wife set up husband for kidnapping. I've also reported here where wife set up husband as well, vice versa. We have also reported here where children set up their father or their mother for kidnapping. So it they happen. Not with me they talk. It's a program we learn on daily basis. Now let's really go through little security tips here. We need to give to you. One says avoid giving out information carelessly, because you don't need to give out some of this information. There are some classified ones you need to keep. Some people get the one that they call watermark. Not me talking about. That's what we see here. Then we also have this information too. We say discourage yourself from late night outing. Some person take the line out from 7. Maybe some people morning. Anyway, so the security here says avoid late night moves. Ensure you get home early enough and settle your house quickly, because when something is happening, you need to know. Then have a cautious mind. That is very important. Make sure you examine your visitors. You are meeting somebody for the very first time. You have never known him all your life. The next thing is, instead of you to meet in a joint for a discussion, you're asking the person to come to your house, and you yourself know say your house is not secure. And the person will only just come and view around your surroundings and okay, this fence is not high. Okay, this door is not iron. Okay, then he has eventually monitored you, and what happened thereafter? Attack. And you won't even know where it's coming from. And then we also have this information too, which says that you must know your friends, let your friends also know you. Then you must quickly try to go to bed at night with at least 100 naira recharge card, call card in your phone. In a whole flat, everybody will go to bed at night, not even 50 naira in your phone. That's suicidal. I usually call it, you call it a disastrous night, because anything can happen. There can be a knock on your door. There can be fire incident, and then you don't have call car to call. Like Nigeria, we don't even have emergency number, and that's a very big problem. Some countries it's 911, they can immediately call. Some countries is 111, some countries 011, but Nigeria, we never understand though. So, but before we have that, why not just have some cars, some recharge cards in your phone? In case of emergency, in case of attack or medical, fire, whatsoever, you can get line to call. Anyway, let's have another story. I'm sure that those who have been following us on this program will recall that there's a village called Obage Newosa. That village has been in crisis for some time. They have been killing themselves, they have been burning houses, but this time the police were proactive enough. 2 persons were actually heading to that village, but these policemen, they were just on their normal patrol. We call it routine patrol. And then they saw this motorcycle, 2 men were on it. They intercepted them and eventually got 2 guns, or one gun recovered, and some live cartridges. Where, according to them, are they going to? They said they are going to, let me be sure of the name, Obage Newosa, in Ikbobaka local government area. We captured that story, and then let's have it now.
The 2 suspects, identified as Kelly Olus, 26 years, and Rawani Rabiu, 25, were both arrested along Binisaple Road near the bypass. They were on their way to Obage Newosa in Ikbobaka local government area of Edo State to join the ongoing communal clashes in the area. The suspects, who were armed with a locally made pistol, 1 live cartridge, and charms, were intercepted by eagle-eyed policemen who were on patrol. The policemen, who were on a normal routine patrol, flagged down the suspects who were riding on a motorcycle. Upon a search, the locally made pistol, 1 live cartridge, and charms were recovered. The suspects narrate their level of involvement.
Keep your name.
Kelly.
Huh?
Kelly.
Kelly what?
Onos.
Onos. Where are you from?
Delta State.
Delta?
Yes,
Where
sir.
in Delta?
Isoko.
Soko. Do you base in Benin?
Yes, sir.
Where do you stay in Benin?
I stay Eka.
Eka.
Come.
Which work you they do?
Trailer work.
Trailer work. Huh?
Trailer work.
Since when you start trailer work?
Because it is 2018 I started.
2018.
Hello?
When you join court?
Last year.
Last year? Huh?
Yeah.
For where you for join Benin here?
No.
This gun. Who got him?
And the community give me, I don't know who get the community gun.
A community gun? Which community?
Obage Newosa.
Obage Newosa. Where that one dey?
Dance up there every day.
Dance up there. Okay, who give you for there?
As when we go there, the CS now give us, and they put up a gun say, maybe we'll tell you the guy the community call the fight when they...
Who can't give you this particular gun?
Now the CS now be a phone.
CS, who will be name?
Bege.
Eh?
So I was another name.
Eh?
I was but no way they call him, what would they call him? Bege would they call him. But no way they know how to community where they call him. I was another name.
Which they give you so?
Last week Saturday.
Last Saturday? Now what about this cartridge?
Nice to give it to me.
Nice to give you the cartridge.
I won.
Huh?
I won.
Okay, then this charm we call this charm.
I do it for because of the community.
Who do it?
I want to keep it. I don't know them.
What did the charm be for?
Protection.
Huh?
Protection.
What kind of protection?
You not tell me about some protection item. You not tell me the.
Okay, where did they tie and put or how did they use them? This charm.
So they wear hand, they wear
eh? Hand, that they wear. If you wear it for what you go call?
Not to wear.
No. What did you say before?
You see, I'm for protection, but not tell me. Not tell me.
What kind of protection?
Yeah, I know your outside really
wait. How much you pay to do?
I'm not paying money. I do it for.
Eh?
I do it.
Who do it?
The CS also.
Can I do it? And we protection you can't say B.
No, that's not going protection.
So which day you collect them from your hand?
I decide the way they say for the community south of this one.
How police take catch you?
So when me call travel, me call go my trailer work. Where give me after I give me middle good. I go trailer work.
So where you hide this gun for your house? Where you hide that for your house?
Now this outside I put on.
Eh?
Outside then I put on.
Outside.
Outside of my pocket now.
Where you come? You just put on for outside. Everybody
no,
dey see.
I put on One does being the general
Eh?
Does being the general
It does being for outside. And nobody knows say something did there.
Nobody knows. People pay the pass and they don't know something.
Okay, for dustbin. How they come to catch you?
So that make a call for travel. I come for travel because they come. Why they travel? They come see my where the committee go where they give me. I cause they make the travel for my travel. I cause my travel company my show person when they me ibla come. Me not call the one show person me call up. So the day one I call cover for travel, which on Saturday where they do election Saturday early morning. We come for Lagos on Friday. We come sleep 2 days.
Just go straight to how they take recover this gun.
So as we call it and make all this Saturday call comment and because me want go vote because okay say father of me man me not go. On Sunday night because they call me us to us Sunday make all and I go back to Saturday. Now because if I want back come.
That's on the 20th of September now.
When I wish of Sunday.
Yes.
So because they come not call the people because if you know say I don't want do account. See me offer people account. I say one set person come give me key the person come. I say okay set person one set come. I say go send me your back man come. Because okay say this back man.
Go straight how they come to catch you.
So now because the back man promise me as they come in because I if I give the back man the if you what I know give if you not give no problem me see it for the community now because okay mark man follow a bike man follow on. Now I come to the follow and go. As we call the go.
Yes.
And then me I did the policeman caught they don't block us with motor.
Okay, now police block you now for bypass.
For that
okay, if you never quick you wrong.
No, they all block of motor. They block of motor and they
like they suspect you at that time.
That's the way the back to the drive now.
How you feel now? How you feel now?
Feel bad.
The bag man know what you carry.
You know, because I mean which one? I mean fair will be for one, but I call it a contact.
Okay, he know what you carry. Okay. What is your name?
Luruan Sabu.
Eh?
Luruan Sabu.
How did they send you to come collect this gun?
No, English.
You know your English.
Why ne ya keka kazeka kerba wona bidiga ke ba ka kawo mishi?
Wallahi ba wanda ake ne kai musha na abu.
Okay. Ma repeat.
Talk waiting you talk.
Why ne ya keka sai ka je woje wona yaro ka kerba wona bidiga ke kawo mishi?
Na kai passenger RCC ina kan hanyar dawowa sai ya samu na hannu da
ba ta biya wani na maka ba. Na say why ne ya keka kai je woje wona yaro ka kerba wona bidiga send you to go collect this gun from this man.
So waiting he reply talk.
Then he say in the road they go where this man stop am.
This one.
Say make he carry am.
Okay.
You understand?
So ask and say that man when he say make come collect the gun whether I know him, that community man.
Who send you to go and collect the gun from? Why ne ya keka say ke je woje wona yaro ka kerba bidiga ka kawo mishi?
Lan kare da ba wanda ake ne kai mai gundin.
Oga say nobody send am to go meet boy to collect gun for am.
Okay, ask us whether they are well say na gun they want collect that time whether I see this
the
gun.
time where you lokaci wanda ka boye wona mutum ka ga bidiga din
wanga bindiga a nan shi.
Oga he said the time where he carry this man he no see the gun.
Okay, this man say he see the gun. You see the gun.
And wona mutum ya say ka
ga
wona ya say ka gani.
Wallahi ban gani ba kai.
He say he no see you.
Okay, ask us that contact catch now.
Ya suke kama ku da bidiga din.
Muna tafiya akan hanya dama gate biyu ne na yan sanda. Na farko da suka tsira mu ne sulu. Suka abuna nan mu suka ce mu wuce. Ko da suka tsira mu.
He say that the police they divide themselves into two places. Say the first place where they stop him, they chase him, they ask him to go. As they go again before they can't stop him. Oh yeah.
Ko da suka tsira mu sai suka satin din suna satin din sai na gaban diga sai suka gaban diga a cikin shi. Ni ba.
So the second point where police was conducting searching before he now see gun in his pocket.
Okay, so how you feel now?
Ya ka gani da ke ka yanzu kana ji dadi?
Allah ba ni jin dadi.
To
ni ba yi tsammanin haka ba.
Oga, you say you notice say it go be like this that is not comfortable.
Okay.
As at press time, it was revealed that serious crisis just broke out in Obage Newosa village in Ikpobaha local government area, leaving scores injured and houses touched.
A is for apple, apple.
times 1 2, 2 times 2 4, 2 times 3 2 times 4
George, what is 2 times 3 Don't you know your multiplication table again?
Uncle, leave me alone.
My dear parents, there is a new school in town that has come to profit solution to this academic quagmire that has bedeviled our academic system. That school is Silver Lake Academy, a school poised to improve the academic performance of your children with spacious classrooms, internet facilities, spacious playgrounds, games, serene environment, and other modern facilities too numerous to mention. Silver Lake Academy is a government-approved institution. Admission forms are available into the following classes: crèche, pre-KG, KG 1 to 3, primary 1 to 5, and JSS 1 and 2. Contact us today at number 10 Fredosa Street, or Divine Grace Road, Idunga Town, off Benin Auchi Road, Nwonde local government area, Benin City. Or call us on 081 061 297 03 or 080 236 55094. Silver Lake Academy, learning at its best.
A is for apple, apple. A is for arrow.
All right, welcome back there. The program is still Crime Watch Reloaded. Every Tuesday, we are here live at 7 p.m. with our repeat broadcast on Friday at 9 a.m. You can also join us right now because I'm getting reports coming in from so many persons who are saying that they are watching this program right now. We got this call not too long ago from Lagos, which says that the home of Honey Bunches home, they are watching this program right now in faraway Lagos. We also got a story from some police men also in Abuja, Feb Ubebo. They are watching this program, and they also have Evelyn Asoro through University of Benin. They got in to say they are watching this program live in the mainstream television. That's what they got. That's what they said there. And then very quickly, we like to really have a short security hint for children, because we only talked about adults not too long ago, but we believe that it's good to us to let you into the world of our kids. One, we are saying that you must teach your children never to admit strangers into their homes or into your home. It's very important. The idea of just opening the gate or opening the door for anybody should be restricted to only those they know. So in case anything happens, they will be able to say, "Daddy, it was Mr. A that came. It was Mr. B that came," instead of saying, "I really don't know who I opened the door for." Just that some person just came and they just said they just want to come in. And now the second one says, teach your children local emergency phone numbers. In case of emergency, there are some numbers you can call, even for adults as well. So a lot of people have been asking, because we don't have that emergency numbers, but you can even call 911. They'll be able to connect you. 911 from Nigeria, it can connect you with your mobile phone, because I just got information now while I was on air here, which says that with our own Nigerian mobile network, you can call 911, and then when you report your case, they can connect you to an emergency line that will come to your rescue. So wherever you are, if you are watching this program right now, never mind, I know that you would like to say, oh, 911 is only for America or wherever, but for the fact that you are calling from Africa, you are calling from Nigeria, and if you call 911, it will immediately connect you to some helplines that will come to your rescue. And one of the helplines is 112. And then you can also connect you to 767. These are emergency lines in case you don't have any money in your phone, because we try to dig deep. We must carry our viewers along, because we don't want you to be attacked, and we want you to learn on this program. So you can call 911 if you're under attack, somebody want to rape, somebody want to attack you, somebody want to kill or anything at all, or you are even seen, but your life is not under threat, but somebody's life is under threat. You can also call the police. You can also call the emergency lines. Of course, they'll come to your rescue. You must teach your children the numbers to call quickly. Down. They will also get to know that all teenagers' friends, you must know them. Those who are always following your children, try as much as possible to know them. We say caution teenagers about blind dates. You may like to ask, which one is blind? Is it that you close your eye blind and then see date? Blind is like an acronym, just a little way to let you into the world of those you have never met before, and you'll be talking to them on the internet, and you'll be chatting frequently and all that. Then you now agree to meet one day. That's blind date. The date blind. Because the person you are meeting, you have never known that person before, either male or female, but for the first time, both of you are going to meet. And nobody happens to know this guy or this baby you want to meet. You just agree to say, right now, let us meet. And the advice, even if you must meet at all, we have a little advice for our viewers. Why not meet in a public place, like an eatery, like a motor park, where people can see everybody. So if somebody is saying, why come to my hotel room, so hotel name, and then you are meeting for the person for the first time, the advice is that do not accept to meet such person. And that's what we call blind date. It doesn't come with something very terrible and negative. And they will say, teach younger members of your family not to open mails or packages. Somebody just brought mail into the house, you are opening, you want to read, you don't even know the content. That's a bit dangerous for young ones. Then we also say that teach the children how to answer the telephone so that they do not give out personal information. Somebody they don't even know, you are asking. Most time a lot of parents will say, pick the call, Joe, I just tired, answer the call. They just say, hello, is your mommy home? You say, yes, mommy is home. You don't even know who is calling. You don't know if they want to monitor to know if mommy is home. But if you, the adult, pick the call by yourself, is mommy home? You say, who is on the line? Can I know you? These are questions that will be asked. But when you ask your children, little one, to go and pick the call, hello, is your mommy home? Is your daddy home? You don't know what they are planning. So we are advising quickly on this program, try as much as possible to avoid that. And then we also say that teach your children how to exit the house in case of emergency. You must let them know that if there is fire in the room, maybe there's gas explosion, hey, pass through this place, or you are hearing knocking on the door, or something is happening, do not open. These are little things you must quickly teach your children. And then lastly, we like to say that if they are coming from school and somebody is saying, hey, baby, very fine, baby, come and take biscuits, tell them that they should not accept any biscuits from any stranger. And that's very important. Even if they are in school and somebody say, let me give you a ride, without the parents knowing that they are supposed to be brought home by another person, tell your children not to enter any vehicle. A word they say not for the wise. This is a program, you must hear all these things. We don't hide anything. Now, I have a question to ask all our viewers that are watching this program. Now, I know you may not be able to give me instant reply, but let me just ask. All those who work for you, especially your domestic staff, have you profiled them? How do you profile them? Have you taken them to the nearest police station to just register them, to let the police know that these persons are working for me? And who are in this category? Let's quickly have a rundown of these persons. Now, number one here is those who cook for you. We call them cooks. And then we have those two who happens to be your drivers, your gardeners, your cleaners, and even those who come to your house to do one or two activities for you that you pay. And then those you leave your children with, they call them nanny, and then your house heads and all others. Even your gate men, the one they call all those, I don't want to know we are talking about, where they come from the other side of the country. Now you know the people. But have you profiled them? And have you taken them to the nearest police station? If you have not, then you are in danger. The reason is, if they do anything to you, no trace. So now how do you profile them? Take them right now, the next day, which is tomorrow, take them to the nearest police station. Tell the police people to say, this person has been employed by me. They will write their name, their house address, and then they'll get somebody to sign as guarantor for them. And that is very important. So if you are watching this program, you have not done that, try as much as possible to do it. And the last you must do, you snap them and print the photo and keep somewhere. In case anything happens, that is what you are going to use to trace them. So on that note, I'd like to say thanks today for joining us on the program, Crime Watch Reloaded. Don't forget that this program is open for sponsorship. You can advertise here at a very moderate price. We'll just put you on air. Anything you want to advertise, goods, services, come to us. We'll place it on this program at a chicken money. Anyway, let's have this program same time, same station next week. My name hasn't changed, and I never hope it will change one day. Festus Alenkhe is my name.